So y'all know it's been a lot going on over the weekend. We do see that Jay Z was the latest person named in the Diddy lawsuit. And this story is like an onion. It's a lot of layers to peel back.
Is Jay Z a part of this whole thing that people are beginning to believe that
please.
Puff is a part of, or is he not?
So Jay Z is facing some of the most serious allegations of his career. While Diddy remains under investigation, Jay Z's name has been dragged into the spotlight with shocking accusations involving a young girl and a disturbing lawsuit linking him to a 2000 after-party incident. As the claims unfold, fans are left wondering, how much of this is true? And will the authorities finally take action? Adding fuel to the fire, Jaguar Wright's recent statements accusing Jay Z and Beyoncé of questionable activities have resurfaced, making this scandal even more intense. Could this be the start of Jay Z's downfall? Let's find out.
Not even a laughing matter, right? So over the weekend, actually last night, Jay Z was named in a lawsuit. This is a federal civil suit.
So a lawsuit was filed against Jay Z in which he was accused of violating a 13-year-old girl in 2000, along with Sean Diddy Combs.
During that time when that was set up, there was a case that was mentioned. There was a 13-year-old girl who said she came to New York when she was 13 to go to the VMAs. She didn't have a ticket. She was just excited to be here.
The anonymous accuser is identified as Jane Doe, and she is claiming that the incident happened after she was taken to an MTV Video Music Awards after party.
It caused her mental distress to this day, so that's why she was filing civil suit.
The federal lawsuit was initially filed in October in the Southern District of New York, in which Combs was listed as a defendant. However, the lawsuit was refiled recently to include Carter.
This lawsuit is one that we actually talked about before. So y'all remember back in October when Tony Busby filed that big bunch of lawsuits against Diddy.
According to the lawsuit, Doe was dropped off by a friend at the VMAs at Radio City Music Hall. She didn't have a ticket and approached various limousine drivers to try to gain access to the show or an after-party. One driver told her that he worked for Combs and that she fit what Diddy was looking for. And so he invited her to a party after the show and asked her to return to his car later in the evening after he was done transporting Diddy and Carter. The young woman ended up taking him up on the offer and arrived at a white house with a U-shaped driveway just 20 minutes later. Doe had to sign a document which she believed was a non-disclosure agreement on arrival to enter the party. The suit claims that the party was filled with celebrities doing illegal substances, and here's where things get seriously disturbing. As soon as she entered the party, she was offered a drink that made her feel woozy, lightheaded, and felt like she needed to lie down, not knowing what was happening. Doe then went into a room to rest. And well, this is when Combs and Carter then entered the room and said, "You are ready to party." Carter proceeded to remove her clothes and held her down, while Combs and an unnamed female celebrity watched. The two of them apparently took turns. According to the lawsuit, she resisted performing oral S on Diddy by hitting him in the neck. And well, it looks like she caught him by surprise, because that's when she grabbed her clothes and ran to a gas station where she called her father. However, Jay Z is completely denying that any of this happened. He broke his silence over the matter and made a lengthy statement in which he called the allegations idiotic. Carter said, "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations, and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir. It has the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny." He further said, "These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a young man should be locked away, would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. This lawyer, who I have done a bit research on, seems to have a pattern of these type of theatrics. I have no idea how you have come to be such a deplorable hymen, Mr. Busby, but I promise you I have seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valour. You have neither honour nor dignity." It looks like he was pretty riled up because Jay Z didn't stop there. He also said, "My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down. one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. My heart and support goes out to true victims in the world who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. You have made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes and honour. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake physics, will believe the idiotic claims you have levied against me that, if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable. I look forward to showing you just how different I am. But no one's exactly buying his words. This was exactly what Jaguar Wright has been trying to make people understand for the longest time. Earlier in October, during an interview with British journalist Piers Morgan, Jag accused Jay Z and his wife Beyoncé of being involved in disgusting practices, including keeping people forcefully and some questionable activities with young people.
And this is one of the biggest names outside of Diddy that we've seen named in all of this stuff. So now the civil suit still remains as is. The claims are still the same. The only difference is that she's saying that Puff was one of the people allegedly that raped her in that room, but that Jay Z also participated.
Wright further claimed that she had 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony on not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things, keeping people against their will, putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. And well, people might not have listened back then, but they are listening now. One person commented, "All of these creeps are finally going to go to jail. So many of them in Hollywood. Been like this for so many years and none of them would get punished. Hollywood and celebrities' fames are done. Public is done with them." Another person commented, "Nothing in the entertainment industry surprises me anymore. They've all been on a power trip for many, many years while others knew about it all along, but choose to turn a blind eye. I'd personally like to see this industry shut down permanently." And that's all for today. What do you think about the situation? Did Jay actually do it? Will the feds look into him? Let us know what you think in the comment section below and make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more videos. We will see you guys in our next video with more updates from the celebrity world.